back, everyone. This is John Carter along with Bob Wheeler for St. Clair Saints football. Excellent first half here, really. Cros-Lex leads 28-19, but both teams move the ball very, very well. St. Clair, I'd say, kind of mixed half and half between on the ground and in the air, but Cros-Lex dominated the ground game. And Bob, Saints have to figure out a way how to stop a couple of the big backs that Cros-Lex has been very successful with.
They've been able to open up the right holes and get outside really easily. Saints have to kind of adjust their defense a little bit to keep them from getting outside. The defensive end's got to turn that play in. So far, they've been unable to do that. And the Saints have had good success passing the ball, but it hasn't really resulted in too many points. They had two big receptions down here in the first quarter, which led to the first score. But the rest of their scores have come on runs. But the highlight of the second quarter was the interception by Luke Miller. It stopped a drive for the Pioneers, which they could have been even further ahead had that gone through. Right place at the right time, and Luke Miller took advantage of it.
All right, Saints, as I said before, deferred on the opening kickoff, so they'll receive the ball here to start the second half.
Looking down on the sideline, I'd see Ian Jansen down there with an ice pack on his head. I'd say he's done for the evening.
Ian took a hard hit. He was making the tackle on a play on the outside in the first quarter. Has not been able to return. Davidson and Mon deep to receive the kickoff. Under the lights, a beautiful night here at East China Stadium.
Saints are 2 scores down, so they've got some work to do here. Important to score early here, I think.
Kind of waiting for, Saints have been lined up for the last 30 or 40 seconds waiting for Cros-Lex to decide they're ready to kick it off. Not sure how much you can tell a team kick the ball far.
Or don't kick it to the guy in the red shirt.
All right, left-footed Joey Johnson, number 5. Sophomore wide receiver will tee it up and kick it off. Deep again, Mon and Davidson on their 15-yard lines. Kicks in the air. A little short to Davidson, picks it up nicely, wide open, lots of room, up the right-hand side.
One man to beat.
One man to beat, Joe Johnson. And Johnson makes a touchdown-saving tackle on about the 24-yard line. And Ben Davidson, as I said before, Ben has been a weapon tonight, both in the wide receiver position as well as on kickoff returns.
Fantastic return there by Ben. All the way down inside the 25-yard line. They're going to mark it right about the 24, where the Saints will have it 1st and 10.
And again, it's that broken play, Bob, that kickoff kind of bounced funny, and
it just
when
kind of
he picked
laid
it
there,
up, and
gone. Yeah.
He was gone. All right, Davidson down here to the right. Aguilo in motion. Davidson gets the ball, and a nice gain up the middle to about the 19. Now marking it at the 20. Gain of 4. 2nd and 6. I think that's the first time Ben's carried the ball from a handoff. They're finding ways to get the ball to him, and that's a good thing. All right, Augusta breaks the huddle. Takes the huddle. He's got room going left. He doesn't make the catch, and he goes all the way in. Is he scoring, or is he just pushed out short of the goal line?
He's in.
Touchdown. St. Clair.
Well, there's your early strike for the Saints.
Absolutely. You ask and you shall receive.
20-yard scamper by Colin Augusta.
And that's the first time they've shown that kind of option look. And Augusta had, I think it was Ben Davidson out to his left, and read the play exactly correctly and didn't elect to pitch it, and made the right call there as he kept it and scored all the way in on the option. All right, St. Clair going for 2. Augusta pitches this time. Davidson, and he's in for a 2-point conversion. And that time Augusta made the right call as well. That's a little experience that time as a quarterback, as he made the right call in both cases. They really key on that defensive end, and if the end takes the quarterback, he pitches. If he doesn't, he keeps it. And Davidson caught the pitch and went into the end zone.
So that puts the Saints down only by 1 point now. They're back within striking range, shall we say.
All right, big kickoff here as the Saints have to stay in their lanes. Last time, Zielinski had a wide open left-hand side of the field.
Grant Davis will do the honors for St. Clair. The deep position for the Pioneers is
11:02 to go here as the Saints line it up for the kickoff. A great way to start the third quarter, get back in the game.
Davis, good kick this time, off the hands of the lineman 55. And again, he has some running room along that left side. Saints collapsing too early.
Cros-Lex has been able to get outside on St. Clair all night long, leading to several good plays for them. This one gets it out close to midfield, which is great starting position for them for the third quarter.
Damian Arnold, number 55, showed some pretty good foot speed for a lineman. He's dragging a little bit getting back to the huddle. Guys that size are not used to running 30 yards downfield with a football.
I was dragging coming up the stairs tonight. What are you talking about?
All right, Cros-Lex, first possession of the second half for them.
first down, Pioneers 50-yard line.
Number 32, Jacob Sargent, who's been very effective, is in the backfield along with number 20, Hayden, who scored a touchdown earlier. Justin Johnson, number 7, will trigger to play as quarterback. Sargent.
Look
This
at him
time
go.
they bottle him up, and that's the way to tackle him.
It took 5 Saints to get him down there.
They're at midfield.
Number 11, Jake Ambrose, did a nice job setting the edge and stopping that play, and didn't allow Davis to get, Sargent to get his pads turned upfield. And that time they strung him out and stopped the play.
He did pick up a yard on the play, so it brings up a second down. The Pioneers are starting to come right off the bat here in the second half, trying to run that ball with the power that they have.
Hayden takes the handoff again. This is a play that worked very well in the first half, and he's well into the defensive secondary again.
Again, he gets outside, gets down inside St. Clair territory, close to the 30-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds finally on the far side. Over there, led by number 23 for the Saints, Noah Gabriel.
They're able to get a nice seam there, Bob, and he's untouched for the first 10 yards he has the ball.
Exactly, he gets that head of steam going from the left side all the way around the right side. Saints can't stop him.
All right, first down, 31-yard line of the Saints. First and 10 for Cros-Lex. Again, single back along with Johnson in the pistol. 2 receivers spread left, 1 to the right. Fake handoff this time, and Johnson keeps it up the middle for about 3 or 4.
On down at the 30-yard marker. Miller on the tackle.
Luke Miller again.
Luke Miller once again.
He's had a big game this evening for the Saints. Anytime you're defensive lineman, you get mentioned a lot on TV. That's a good thing. Just a yard gain that time for Cros-Lex. 2nd and 9. The Pioneers lead 28-27. 9 minutes, 21 seconds. You're watching St. Clair Saints basketball on CTV. John Carter along with Bob Wheeler. Opening night here at East China Stadium. Johnson fakes it to Sargent.
Got a receiver wide open, he just missed him.
Zielinski was there just over the top of his hands. And I have to remember it's football, Bob, not basketball.
There's
Many
no,
years of doing basketball, obviously.
no snow on the ground yet. Zielinski was wide open. A quick cut down the middle, slanted in toward the goalpost. He'd have been in for a score had he caught that football.
Well, and that's going to be a good play. They faked the ball to Sargent, and they've been so effective running the ball with him. You know the linebackers have got a key on him, and then when they do, that opens up that crossing pattern for the wide receiver. Just a little bit overthrown by Johnson. 3rd down, 9 to go here. Again, 4-down territory on the 30-yard line. Zielinski in motion. Fakes to Sargent again. Wide open is Johnson, and he fumbles the ball. And I think it was picked up by number 99 for Luke Wilson for Cros-Lex.
Looked like he was out of bounds when he picked it up. See how they mark it. Going to give it to him, looks like. At the 15.
A little bit of a break there by Cros-Lex, but because St. Clair caused the fumble, but it just bounced right into number 99, Luke Wilson, and he made a good play recovering the ball.
Sure did.
1st and 10 now. Ball on the 15. Boy, I tell you, it's unusual this early in the season, but the offensive seem to be ahead of the defenses tonight. All right, Cros-Lex up on the line now. Calls there by the center, getting ready to snap to Johnson. Zielinski in motion. That's given off to Sargent, right up the middle. Good tackle. See who that was.
I think it was Luke again.
Yep, Logan Mon, I think maybe.
Logan Mon in on it. Yep, I'm going to give it to Logan. Fred said so.
6 or 7 yard gain that time on 1st down. 2nd and 3.
Clock is moving pretty good here in the third quarter.
Well, again, Cros-Lex kept the ball on the ground and been an effective drive. Sargent in the backfield with Johnson. Again to Sargent, right up the middle. Ooh. Hard hit, but Sargent falls forward. Kind of like trying to tackle a barrel there. I
think that was Noah Gabriel on his back there.
And you're right, Bob. He's got good short area quickness, and he gets up into that hole. And if he turns upfield, he's hard to bring down with at least a little bit of gain. Now they gave him 1st down. First down and goal to go on the 5. Johnson and Sargent in the backfield.
Timeout, Cros-Lex. We don't want to.
Coach is not happy with the way that was lined up and making it pretty obvious that someone was in the wrong position.
Yep.
Just a reminder to all St. Clair fans.
They'll learn.
ECSD Power Pass ticket admission cards are available at the gate.
Well, it's a beautiful night here at the China Bowl. The sun is down. The moon is up somewhere. It's a little cloudy out there. We might get some rain tomorrow, they say. Time will tell. But I'm thankful we didn't have rain tonight.
Yes. Got through the first 2 quarters and a half here.
And I'm sure by the end of the season we'll have some cold weather, and of course the leaves will change.
It's okay if it wants to stay warm all the way through October as far as I'm concerned. I'm sure the football players, though, would just soon have it be 50, 60 degrees, 45.
Well, a good New York boy like you wants some warm weather? I don't know.
Just soon have it be comfortable. All right, Saints now back against the wall. 1st and 5 on the 5-yard line for Cros-Lex. They switched out, brought in number 28, Austin Smith, for Sargent. Sargent in a wing.
You got Hayden wide to the left this time. 2-minute motion.
2-minute motion, and that was ill-conceived.
Yes.
And there's no coach anywhere who likes that kind of play after a timeout.
Nope.
And I'm sure Coach Garrett Grunman will make it clear what he wants done here. Right now, pioneering backwards.
Pioneering back. There you go. A covered wagon broke a wheel. Still first down from the 10-yard line.
Same formation. Number 32, Sargent on a wing. Smith back with Johnson. Smith up the middle to about the 5 or 6, hard to see. Got the yardage back from the penalty, it appears. Second and about 7 for the touchdown. No first down available to Cros-Lex. Hayden and Zielinski split left. Sargent on a wing right this time. And again, Smith right up the middle.
Up the middle.
And they're using Sargent as a lead blocker. That's why they have him on the wing. But so far, Saints have been able to close down that middle.
Luke Miller on a tackle for the Saints. Again.
Made it to the 4-yard line that time. Third and goal to go at the 4. Tight end Luke Miller comes back in. Seems like Cros-Lex been down here for about the last 10 minutes.
Yes, it does.
They're down. 4 to go for a touchdown. Again, Hayden and Zielinski to the left.
I'm all spread out again.
Johnson comes left. Nice job by Sam Winston, number 4. Stop the play.
Leading the way there for the Saints is number 8. Can't be number 8. We don't have it on here. But he's hurt, whoever it was. Slowed him down at first, and the other guys had time to catch up to him. I can't tell who that is on there.
Afraid I can't either. Well, don't speculate. We'll see who comes up. Coaches, medical staff out there for him.
I don't know if he's dehydrated or he got smacked or something. Or
Can't tell. Yep, hard to say. Saints stop the play, though. It'll be 4th down from the 10, and have to think that Cros-Lex will go for it. Their kicker has been a little bit inconsistent,
yes.
Let's say.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Coach Nesbitt calls the defense over. He acts as defensive coordinator. St. Clair Band did a nice job at halftime. A couple songs here early in the season. Promise More.
Promise More.
They do a very, very good selection, I think, every year as they build their repertoire throughout the season.
This season their theme is the 70s, music from the 70s. You remember those days, don't you, John?
I do, and most of it anyways.
That's where you were born, wasn't it?
No, afraid not. Would have liked to.
Isn't that the end of a rope? Afraid not.
Yeah.
Still on the ground. We don't know who the injured player is for the Saints. But he's not moving. Got his knees up.
Number of sports from St. Clair starting their seasons here this week and next week. Already been a tennis tournament for Dave Plutz and his group. I've seen the John Davidson's cross-country team running through town quite a bit.
It's A.J. Aguilo.
A.J. Aguilo, number 82, On again, comes off the field under his own power.
Kind of wobbling a little bit. Maybe his shoes loose. I don't know. They're giving him some liquid refreshment there. I wonder if he's just a little dehydrated.
Could be, although he looks a little stiff with his leg. Important player, hopefully both blocking as well as playing on the defensive line. All right, 4th and 10.
They're going to check him out here on the sideline.
Very important play for Cros-Lex. They're heavy right. You can see, and that's way Johnson rolls. Got a lot of room out there. And knocked down. Great play, number 4, Sam Winston.
Bam Winston, once again.
And that was a one-on-one tackle by Sam Winston against the quarterback, and he had lots of room out there.
Lots of room. Surprised he didn't dump it off to the back. He was wide open in the corner there. But
couldn't make a decision on that one, but Winston, great defensive play, and that saved a touchdown.
Winston made it for him.
Senior Sam Winston, 5'10", 170. And that was a big play for St. Clair. All right, St. Clair has the ball now on their own 4-yard line. Long way to go, field position-wise, but just down a point, 4 minutes, 59 seconds left here in the third quarter. Pioneers still lead, 28-27.
Saints better be careful down here.
Augusta cuts up, and I think probably gets back to close to the line of scrimmage. Hard to tell.
It's tough territory down in that part of the field. One mistake, and boy, you're in the end zone for a safety. Which is almost the case right there. He stepped back in the end zone and almost lost his balance.
Might have lost half yard maybe, Bob.
Pioneers were on the spot there, stopping him. Wouldn't let him out.
They've kind of loaded up the line, but this is also a place you can break one, and break one for a long way. So Saints have proven pretty explosive between Ben Davidson, Ethan Mon. Pioneers have to be aware of that. Right, Davidson splits right, he's by himself. Augusta by lonesome in the backfield. And he's tackled in the backfield, in the end zone, and that's a safety for Cros-Lex. Augusta had no back in the backfield that time, and strong rush by Cros-Lex, and the result is a safety for Cros-Lex, and they get 2 points, and they'll get the ball as St. Clair has to punt to them now.
Pioneers go up 30-27 with exactly 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
And the other tough time is this just puts added pressure on the defense that was out on the field for almost, I think, 7 or 8 minutes, and they're going to get the ball right back again, and it makes it tough.
So the Saints will kick it from their 20-yard line. A free kick.
Davidson will punt.
Cros-Lex will get good field position out of this.
They'll get very good field position. That's what happens in this kind of play. Zielinski and Johnson back. Hayden. All right, Ben Davidson. Be good to put this one up high in the air, let the Saints get down underneath it. Offside of his foot. That's going to get picked up by 21. Caden Sayenga.
It's back inside the 40-yard line where host of Saints deposit him to the ground. Pioneers take over 1st and 10 from the St. Clair 39-yard line. Great field position to add to their point total after that safety.
This is a point where St. Clair defense has to kind of stand up, make something happen.
Got to keep them from going outside, which they've been very successful at doing tonight.
Here's Hayden again with that, Hayden again with that kind of slant to the right, which has consistently gained at least 7 or 8 yards every time.
He cut that one back up inside, saw the opening, and turned and pulled it right through the opening. Picked up a good gain, maybe 7 yards on that gain, bring up a second down.
And he comes up just a bit. Gimpy.
Ball carrier on the play was number 20, Joe Hayden.
Hayden hasn't carried the ball that often, Bob, but boy, he's got a
When he does.
high yards per carry.
34-yard line of St. Clair. Second down, 4.
Clock is moving with 3:13 to go here in the third quarter.
Johnson at quarterback. 28 Smith with him. Hayden comes in motion. Again, double reverse this time to Zielinski. Zielinski tackled by Davidson.
Reverse. Zielinski brings the ball across the
Nice play. They only gained about a half yard on it. It had potential, but Ben Davidson and Luke Miller were there to stop him.
Good job by Davidson recognizing that. Especially given that they've been so successful running right
Right.
with Hayden. All right, third down, 4 yards to go. Ball on the Saints' 33.5-yard line.
The play was executed well by the Pioneers, just the Saints did a little better job covering it, that's all. Otherwise, he'd have been gone.
Johnson ready for the snap. Gets it. There's Sargent. Almost fumbled
Almost
it, but picked it up.
Logan Mon made the tackle, dragged him down, but not until he got a first down.
Another first down for Sargent. That handoff was a little bit shaky,
Yes,
but
it
he
was.
was able to control going through the line and gained about 8, and that's a first down for Cros-Lex. And they are dominating the possession game here in the third quarter. I don't think the Saints have had the ball much more than about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And again, this really wears on a defense, especially when a bit short-handed with Ian Jansen, A.J. Aguilo a little dinged up. Although I think Aguilo's back in.
I don't see him on the sideline.
There's Sargent again. Knocked backwards by Gabriel. Number 23, Noah Gabriel, sophomore linebacker, 6 foot, 215 pounds. And he put a hit on the big guy that time and knocked him backwards.
AJ is back in there.
Second and about 7. Running down to a minute left here in the third quarter, and can't score if you don't have the ball.
That's right.
Johnson fakes it this time. Open is Johnson in the air,
Oh.
knocked away nicely. Ben Davidson.
Pass was kind of high, and then it went off his hand, but Ben was there to make sure it didn't come down into his hand.
Good defensive back play that time by Davidson. Closed quickly on the receiver. Ball went off his hands, and it was up there for a
It was
second.
up there. Checking our text messages here, make sure we communicate with the trailer down there. So far, there's nothing going on. I wonder if they're still down there.
Under a minute now, third quarter.
I wonder if there's any pizza left down there.
We will have to see later on.
I'll save it for you.
All right, Johnson got time, going deep.
Oh!
Just off the hands. Number 3, Colin Pavlov had the better chance at that ball, and it was just off his hands, long.
I think he was surprised it was out there.
Well, the receiver had cut to the middle, and the pass went to the outside, and wasn't anybody there but Colin.
Yep.
All right, fourth down, 7 to go. Saints need to make a stand here. Under a minute to play, third quarter. See what Cros-Lex cooks up as a play. They've been very successful in a lot of different plays here, but I don't see number 20 Hayden. Now they're going to give it to 32, and he's got a seam up
First
the middle.
down and a touchdown. Oh, not quite. Nice run there by Sargent. Busted right up the middle. Saints couldn't do anything about it. Down to the 2-yard line.
Pavlov made the touchdown saving tackle, but Cros-Lex kind of, I think, crossed up the Saints a bit,
They did.
running the ball up the middle,
I was expecting an end run.
4th and 7, and gave it to Sargent, and he was successful.
Other times it would have been 4th down. The Pioneer offense just failed to get it. There wasn't anything the Saints did.
Sargent knocked down that time.
There. Nice job by 72 for the Saints.
Shane Penzine slanted in there and knocked down Sargent before he got to the goal line. That'll be the last play, I think, of the third quarter, Bob. And
gonna switch ends.
they'll switch ends, and Saints going to continue to try to keep Cros-Lex out of the end zone. Saints started well. You said you called for a score early. They did that, but Cros-Lex came right back.
Well, the Saints are only down by 3 here to end the third quarter, but Cros-Lex is knocking on the door here inside the 2-yard line, but we're going to step back for a minute and work with one of our sponsors.
Mallard's Landing is your home away from home for respite care. When you need a safe, welcoming environment for your loved one, Mallard's Landing offers fully furnished apartments by the day or week just for that purpose. Complete with meals and a compassionate staff, you can rest assured that your loved one is well cared for while you're away.
I think she's a lot happier here. She feels very safe and secure here.
They're always looking after us.
Come visit us at Mallard's Landing.
Fourth quarter, John Carter along with Bob Wheeler, watching St. Clair Saint football here on CTV. And Bob, Saints down on their own 2-yard line, 2nd down for Cros-Lex, goal to goal. Shane Penzine made a nice play on 1st down. You got to think that Cros-Lex will keep pounding it up the middle.
Yeah, it's worked before. They might as well keep doing it. Keep doing it until the Saints stop it. Consistently, that is. They have stopped it on occasion. But
high-scoring game, first game of the season. Pioneers lead 30-27.
we kind of thought that would happen. Both teams have decent offenses. Let's score some points. Not to say the defenses are bad, just they have a good offense.
All right, Johnson in the backfield's Hayden. Hayden gets the ball, goes left. Pretty open there, and he's into the infield. Hard hit by Gabriel, I think, and but he had a seam again going outside, and Hayden's been very effective on those kinds of plays. He's quick.
Yes, he has. To start the fourth quarter.
Pioneers up by 9 now, 36-27, trying to make it a double-digit lead. Johnson on Johnson's hold, and that ball is through. Good kick by number 5, Joey Johnson, sophomore running back.
Saints are down by 10 now, 37-27 with 11:55 to go in the fourth quarter.
Lots of time left though, Bob, and Saints certainly improved the ability to score quickly.
I think it's important though the Saints score this time out on this possession. Otherwise, they could be in a deeper hole going deep into the fourth quarter. Yes, there's 11 minutes to go, but it can go quickly with the way Cros-Lex has been running the ball and keeping it on the ground and eating up that clock. It can work against the Saints right now.
All right, Saints will see the ball. Mon and Davidson are back. And both Davidson and Mon have had some open field on some of these run backs, so let's see if they can bring something back, get the Saints in a good field position up around the 50-yard line again.
The last couple of kicks that Cros-Lex had have been little squibbers, bouncing around.
Johnson will handle the duties for
All right, Joey Johnson again will kick off.
Mon and Davidson, deep through St. Clair.
Line drive kick, bounces twice, picked up by Davidson. Got some moves. Nice move there up the middle. Cuts back and right up to about the 43-yard line. Good return again by Ben Davidson. averaging probably 25, 30 yards on each one of those returns.
I would think so, yes. Again, important field position for the Saints. They want their offense to move. They got to get it going here.
Count Augusta brings the Saints offense back on the field. Got the play from Coach Miller. Full house backfield. Augusta, power left. Here comes Mon. Good cutback, and he's all the way to the 50.
Nice job by Ethan Mon to find that hole and just bounce right through there. His little small 5'9", 165-pound frame was able to break through some of the tackles and get a great pickup, about 8 on the play. Make a second down, about 2. Long 2.
They put Gabriel and number 11, Jake Ambrose, out in front of that play, and they do a nice job blocking, giving Mon some room. Wingback eye, I guess I'd call that. Again, Mon, straight up the middle. And I think if they give him a spot, they'll give a first down. First down for St. Clair.
Yep, there's a finally signaled it after about 5 seconds off the clock.
Same formation. Ambrose kind of offset, then Gabriel and Mon. This time, Mon steps through and gets about 2. I think Cros-Lex was really kind of jumped that play, Bob. Maybe St. Clair has a counter off that where pull up and hit a pass, because Cros-Lex really blitzed that kind of a run blitz, and there were 4 or 5 people right around Ethan Mon as he got that ball. Coming up on the 10-minute mark, Saints down by 10. All right, full house backfield here. Switching back and forth. Augusta, under center. Mon.
Got a flag on the play. Davis' helmet came off. I don't know what happened there.
And Davis lost his helmet briefly. And I think when that happens, you have to go to the sideline. I didn't see the preliminary call, was it?
I'm not sure. It was over here on the left side, right about where Grant was.
Referees conferring.
It's going to be a major penalty on somebody. Personal foul against Cros-Lex.
It might have been from taking that helmet off.
Might have been.
Number 64, Grant Davis. And that'll be 15 yards.
Mark it off and puts Saints in a great spot here. Inside the 30-yard line.
Speculating, but I bet it was off that helmet play there. And
I think you're right.
Because of that, they let Grant Davis back in without having to sit out a play. Augusta in the huddle now. Ethan Mon splits left, and
You got a timeout,
I think
St.
I'm
Clair?
going to call timeout. I don't think that formation didn't look right.
No, it didn't. Too much confusion there, too much uncertainty. I'm wondering, though, if Grant still shouldn't have to sit out a play, even though there's a flag on the play.
No, they let him back in, so we will.
Must be okay. Who are we to?
First time out for St. Clair. Both teams have 2 left. 10-point lead for Cros-Lex, 37-27. 9 minutes, 23 seconds left. And a good ball game this evening.
It has been, yes. First game of the season from the China Bowl, the new and improved China Bowl. New cameras here from Channel 6. No longer needs an operator on the field. You might be able to see them in one of the shots here and there. A big white box on the top of a pole.
And some great shots from different angles, too. It's really enhances the broadcast.
About the 30-yard line on each. And these are not your everyday cameras either. These are pretty close to high def.
Mon, flank left. Davidson right.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure what they're going to call. That might have been
he might have been
reaction.
induced.
Have to see. Both the defensive player and the offensive player moved, but it appeared, well, it's hard to say. Who moved first? What are they calling here?
They called against Croswell.
If the defensive player causes the offensive player to move by making the first action, that helps. First and 5, that gives you a easier first down to make. Saints getting yardage without using any time. That's always a good thing. All right. Mon and Pavlov left. Davidson right. Augusta hands it off. No, fakes it. He's in trouble.
He's going to eat it.
And he's going to have to be tackled there. Number 59, co-captain Keegan Galbraith. Kind of a slow developing play, and Galbraith made a nice rush that time and got Cowan for about a 5 or 6 yard loss. And it puts the Saints back to 2nd and 11.
That fly's been bugging us the whole game.
Yeah,
but it's over on your side, though. That's all right.
That's right.
I'm not sure what that means. Do a little adjustment to Collins' jersey there. He's got that name across the back that's come loose.
Augusta under center. Mon fakes a snap, or the motion. That's, I think, Gabriel going up the middle.
Like he's wearing a flag football
Yep.
flag on his shoulder pad.
Yep. Number 23, no, Gabriel. So 3rd and 6, definitely 4-down territory here for St. Clair, and with Ian Jansen out, I don't think they're going to be trying any field goals this time, even though they're going to need 2 scores. Augusta under center. Got Pavlov left. Ben Davidson wing back. Mon far right. Fakes the handoff. Steps up. Moves to the center. Nice.
Nice job by Collin.
That was under pressure. Managed to turn a negative play into a positive. Got about 4 or 5 yards out of that. I think it's going to be 4th and about 1 maybe.
Just about. And they definitely have to go for it, this territory here.
Yep. 4th down,
7:12 to go.
Number 11, Ambrose, comes back in. Might see that power play with Ambrose and Gabriel leading Mon to the left. All right, 4th and 1. Big play of the game here. Augusta. There it goes. Mon's got an opening. Breaks to the outside. All the way to about 2 to 3 yard line.
Great
Ethan
job.
Mon.
Down to 2. Great job off the left side for Ethan Mon. Turned those legs and wouldn't let him stop.
And that was really good blocking by the left side of the line. And again, Ambrose and Gabriel, I think, are opening up some holes there for Ethan. All right, down under 7 minutes now. Saints need to score quickly and then hold Cros-Lex. 2 yard line, goal to goal. Mon, split right. Augusta. Here's the ball to
He's in.
Gabriel, I think. Touchdown.
No, it's Ben Davidson.
13, Ben Davidson. Well, that makes it interesting, Bob.
Yes, it does.
2 yard scoring run for Ben Davidson. I think the Saints are going to be a very explosive offensive team here in 2016. They have a lot of weapons.
They do. It's going to be a very interesting season.
All right, again going for 2. Augusta, Ethan Mon behind Gabriel in the eye. Augusta got hit pretty hard that time. That was a strong rush by Cros-Lex, and Colin had to eat that one with not a lot of help. All right, good job by St. Clair. 6 minutes, 16 seconds left. Pioneers up 37-33. They're going to get the ball.
What do you think? Time for an onside kick?
That's the call. I hate to give up that great field position, but we haven't really been able to kick the ball deep with Ian Jansen sideline, so might be a thing to think about.
Hopefully it'll bounce off one of the up linemen and come right back to you. You just never know. But the odds are against him. What is it, like 44%? Maybe less than that are successful.
I just pulled that number out of the sky.
Yeah, that sounded good to me, though. You're the expert commentary. All right, Saints will kick off. Number 64, Grant Davis, will be kicking off. I think Cros-Lex thinking like you, Bob. They've got 9, 10 players up within 20 yards of the kickoff. A lot of noise from the St. Clair Sands. No, he kicks deep.
Nice kick.
There's Zielinski, tackled at the 36-yard line. That's the best kick all night for
Yes, it was.
number 64, Grant Davis, and give him credit. Pressed into service with the injury with Ian Jansen, and
Luke Miller and Bobby Hawkins in on the tackle there for the Saints.
not an easy thing to do as an offensive lineman to be the kicker as well. We kid about Luke Groza, but that's about as far back as you have to go to find someone who played line, and that's a long time ago. All right, Cros-Lex has the ball. 1st and 10 on their own 35.
Right before Fred was born, wasn't it?
For all of us. Johnson, here comes Hayden with that cross, and this time they give it to Smith. Smith gets about 7 or 8 yards.
Off the left side there. Tackle on the far side.
Taken by Aguilo. AJ made the stop, but not until Smith got about 6 yards. And Cros-Lex with that action that Hayden goes sideways up the seam, then goes counter that with Smith or Sargent, and it's not easy. Sayinga off in motion. Again, Smith, who good hit, but he gets a first down. That hit was by Jared St. James, but Smith was able to carry for a first down. On the Cros-Lex 46. Coming up on 5 minutes, 20 seconds. Saints going to have a stop here.
They have to stop here or it's all over with. Pioneers score. I don't think there's enough time for the Saints to get 2 scores in.
Again, as they have all evening, Pioneers with that spread offense. Receivers spread both sides. Here comes Hayden. That play. String out that time pretty nicely by number 4, Sam Winston, and help from Ben Davidson.
Did a fine job keeping that play inside. Almost looked like Cros-Lex had 2 men moving. And the split end over here on this side was trying to get up on the line of scrimmage when Hayden was in motion on the left side there. Apparently it was okay by the refs. They didn't call it.
Good play by Sam Winston. And they kept Johnson from turning his pads up and forced it outside, and no gain at all on that play. 2nd and 10. This time Johnson looks for a place to run. He got a little bit of move up the middle. And again, another tackle by Aguilo, but 8 yards down the field. And it puts him in a very reasonable 3rd and approximately 1.5 or 2. Good patience that time by Johnson. Looked like he was shut off where he wanted to go, but he had a cutback lane, and
he had the opening there, and AJ kept with him. Finally dragged him down, not until he picked up several yards.
And each of these plays is taking 30, 40 seconds off the clock. We're down to under 3 minutes, 30 seconds now, and Saints almost need to stop them at this time. They've got Saints still have 2 timeouts remaining. Timeout for Cros-Lex.
There was confusion on there. He didn't quite know what to do. He did the right thing by calling timeout.
Late substitution, number 99, came on the field, and 3rd and 2, both sides want to make sure they know what they're doing on this play.
Now your little fly's over here on my side. What'd you do?
There you go. Just, it's only fair.
Did you pay him off or what?
I'd like to thank the volleyball program for providing assistance in the concession stand this night. I'd also like to thank Coach Sandy Rutledge for his overseeing of the operations, as usual, keeping it going tirelessly.
Well, Saints have to stop him here. 2 yards to go for a first down. You got to certainly respect the play that Cros-Lex has been very successful up the middle with either Sargent or Austin Smith. But they've been also successful running outside, so it's a conundrum for the Saints defense.
Yep. If they could get one extra man out there, have 12 instead of 11, it'd be all right. I don't think they would buy that, though.
All right, Saints return to the field. Need a big play now from someone. Cros-Lex still in that spread. Zielinski. They give it to Smith that time, and I think he slipped and did not get very far.
Got to the 45, and that's about it.
That was Sargent, number 32, and it's going to be 4th down. Saints call timeout.
Both teams down to 1 timeout left now. Under 3 minutes to go, 2:59 on the clock.
And this is interesting now that certainly Cros-Lex could elect to punt and put the Saints very deep in their territory, you would think, or go for it. If they don't get it, Saints take the ball over at midfield virtually.
Yes, definitely. To me, I would kick it. Just kind of pooch it over there in the corner. You got lots of room over there on the left side.
Yep.
But we're up here and they're down there. So.
That's right. But that's the decisions that the coaches have to make, and
why
have to see what
big bucks.
Yep, what the head coach Garrett Grunman wants to do here. He's been very successful running. You got to think he's got confidence in his offensive line and his running backs. But it's a risk-reward play right now for Cros-Lex.
Well, Jacob Sargent had success all night long up the middle. I mean, that'd be a golden play to go to right there. But it's got to be executed perfectly, too. Saints are probably watching for it.
Sargent in the backfield, along with Johnson. And this is it, 4th and 1. Play, Sargent.
There it is.
He's got it. First down, still going. Up the middle.
He's got a touchdown coming.
No.
Oh, what a saving tackle there by Ben Davidson.
And Sargent just showed what he's been doing all evening. Strong run right up the middle. Number 32, Jacob Sargent. And big play. Cros-Lex capitalized, and they got 1st and 10 on about the 15-yard line, it looks like. Now Saints have only 1 timeout left, and 2 minutes, 50 seconds. It almost could run the clock out, I think.
Yeah, with a first down, they could definitely run the clock out.
That was the big play in the game, and Sargent came through with about a 30-yard run. And he's been doing it all evening. All right, Sargent back in the backfield with Johnson. Fake this time, Johnson has it. Rolls left, got a lot of room. And he's out at about the 3, it looks like. Dove for the pylon, but I think his foot was already out of bounds before he started his dive.
But he has a first down.
They're marking it just outside the 2, so 1st and goal to go on the 2. They'll start the clock here. Oh, that's right, he ran out of bounds. They won't start the clock. My bad.
You know, it's been a relatively penalty-free game. There's been just a couple of them. That's it.
Oh, I think both coaches are going to be very pleased with the quality of how they played this game. Not a lot of mistakes, really, and really good offenses. Johnson, Sargent's in motion. Hayden. And sneaks into the end zone on the far side. And number 20, Joe Hayden, started the scoring and I think just finished it as he scampers in from about 2 yards out and makes it 43-33, Cros-Lex. Two minutes, 15 seconds left. Still mathematically possible.
Mathematically possible.
Johnson, bad snap, and I think that's going to be it. No play on the snap on the extra point, so score stays 43-33. Time does not move on the point after touchdown. It'll be Cros-Lex now kicking to the Saints. The Saints will have to strike quickly, Bob, and then look for a turnover really from Cros-Lex.
It's a two-score game here at the end here.
It is.
Be ideal they run this kickoff back, but I don't think they get a chance. They'll probably squib it out there.
I'm pretty sure Cros-Lex will elect to squib it short and take the field position and make the Saints run plays, especially the way that Davidson and Mon have returned kicks all evening very successfully.
Yeah, both teams have played very well for the first game of the season. Very few mistakes. And what mistakes they did make, they were able to call a timeout to correct it before it even happened. Cros-Lex really had the advantage getting outside of the Saints. That defense has to work on that a little bit for the ends. Turn those plays in, and then have somebody there to make the tackle. It's a team game all the way.
Not sure there's a discussion going on with the referee here. Referee has not initiated play yet with his whistle. I don't know if there's something on the field down there.
They didn't call a TV timeout either. Into the guy with the orange glove.
True.
Jeff Cook walking across over there.
I don't know. Looks like they're getting set up again. Something on the Cros-Lex sideline. Don't know what it is. Referee taking his position in the middle of the field. He's initiated play. Johnson with the kick. Oh, he kicked away. That's going to go to Mon. Drops it, picks it up. Ethan Mon, a lot of room in the middle.
There he
right
goes.
up the middle, and there he goes.
There he goes.
Pass Johnson. And Ethan Mon all the way to the Cros-Lex 15. And boy, there's some explosiveness there. And I can't believe they kicked to him. I honestly can't believe they kicked to him. Oh, we said mathematically feasible. That was a terrific run by Ethan Mon. Bobbled the ball, took it to the middle, then turned on the Jets all the way down the right sideline.
Touchdown saving tackle by Paul Scarmuzzi. I can't say it. Muzino? 25 anyway.
Saints had the ball. Pavlov left. Augusta flips it to Davidson. Davidson outside, slips a tackle. And he hit the pylon.
They're going to call him out of bounds.
Just short of the goal line, and 13-yard gain for number 13, Ben Davidson.
One official had his hands up in the air like he's just calling for the ball.
I think they
had me fooled.
Yep, I think they ruled that his foot stepped out of bounds before He contacted the pylon. Saints on the 1. Augusta turns, hands it to Mon, I believe. Nope, Davidson again. Ben Davidson scores from the 1. And the Saints just not giving up. You got to love this spirit and attitude, Bob. Saints down 10, 2 minutes left. Great run back from Ethan Mon, and they have scored in 2 plays. And it's now back within a single score. All right, going for 2 once again. Augusta takes the handoff, tries to go up the middle.
He's not going to make it.
And I think he's just short.
A little rugby going on there. He'll be shy of that goal line.
Augusta tries the middle, stop there on the Pioneer defense.
So the Saints are still down by 4. 43-39 with 1:51 to go in the game. Onside kick.
I think you got that right.
Got to do it.
At this point, there's not a lot of other options. Saints have 1 timeout, so they can stop the clock once. And unless they can cause a turnover either through an onside kick or a fumble, Cros-Lex has the ability to run the clock out.
What did Al Michaels say? Do you believe in miracles?
That's right. Well, you got to give a lot of credit to St. Clair.
They haven't given up.
Have not given up and have played really a very, very good football game.
Ethan Mon has done great. Ben Davidson's done great. A.J. Gill has been great on defense. Sam Winston's played well on defense.
Luke
Of
Miller.
course, Luke Miller. I almost called him Ben. Big brother.
And quarterback Colin Dust has directed a very, very good attack here against what appears to be a pretty strong Cros-Lex team. Okay, everybody bunched. Kick short, bounces up, and smart play there
Smart
by
play. Did the right thing.
number 28, Austin Smith, made a very smart play. He's a senior, not surprising.
Yep.
Caught the onside kick and then went to the ground, which is exactly what you want to do. Minute 50. And I think if they kneel 4 times, it's going to be very close.
St. Clair has 1 timeout.
All right, 43-39, Pioneers lead Saints. 1 minute, 50 seconds left, 4th quarter. John Carter and Bob Wheeler doing a really interesting first game of the season here at the East China Stadium. China Bowl, as Bob likes to call it. All right, Johnson fakes the handoff, keeps it. Johnson got some room and gets up to about the 43.
Clock is moving. Saints have not used their final timeout yet. They get a first down, it's going to be over.
Yep. You know Cros-Lex going to use their full 25 seconds in between when the ball is placed. So they'll snap it somewhere around a minute 8 or so. Johnson deep. Hayden in motion. Give the ball to Hayden this time. He comes left, got some opening.
First down.
He's taken out of bounds.
That will stop the clock.
That'll stop the clock. Good tackle by number 10, Logan Mon. But that's a first down, Bob.
First down. 57 seconds
57
to go.
seconds left. I don't.
Got a holding.
Holding
Gonna
against.
bring it back.
Oh, that's a big play, and it looked like they might have wrapped up Ben Davidson on the side there to allow him to get to the sideline. So, big call, and it moves it all the way back to the 38.
So that throws our theory out the window.
Yeah, well, stop the clock, so the Saints will be able to stop it at 3rd down with about, probably if they stop him here, with about 45 seconds left. And then there'll be one last play, presumably a punt by Cros-Lex, and the Saints will have a chance.
Big handoff.
Yep, now call timeout. Fumble!
Who's got it?
Yep, picked up by number 59. That's Keegan Galbraith again. It's the name we've called. Saints called the timeout. I was a little bit pessimistic. 51.8 seconds left. It's third down and about 4. Looks
close enough, yep. It's their last timeout. If they get the first down, it's over with.
Well, you know Cros-Lex won't pass the ball here.
Nope.
And you got to think they're going to run up the middle, and I'm betting it'll be Sargent up the middle. Saints had a hard time stopping him all game long.
It worked last time. And even if the Saints do stop them on third down here, they still got fourth down. And they could use that.
But presumably they would punt that time, because although they could do the play where the quarterback takes the snap and runs around, but I think there's going to be enough time that's going to be difficult to do. Anyways.
51 seconds to go. 0.8.
Pretty good clock management by St. Clair this time. Use their timeout wisely there. Comes down to this. Third down and 3. Saints stop him here, they'll have a chance. Passed it.
Unbelievable.
And I don't know.
First down.
First down.
Yep, that's
it. Would not have expected that.
Wow.
I mean, and that basically, I'm afraid, is the game, because now they can kneel. So much do we know about the football protocol. You would not think you would pass it on a play like that, but they did, and it was successful. So it worked.
Did not get out of bounds, so the clock will not stop. It's restarted now after the
now you go into victory formation. They'll just have to snap it once.
There it is.
That's the game. 20 seconds left. They'll count it down, but terrific football game and really good effort by both teams. Give lots of credit to Cros-Lex. Excellent offensive display. And Bob, great scoring for St. Clair.
In the third quarter, St. Clair started out with a 20-yard run by Colin Augusta. Then Davidson did a run for a 2-point conversion, which put St. Clair behind by 1 at that point, 28-27. Then Cros-Lex was able to cover the safety deep in St. Clair territory. And that put the score at 30-27. St. Clair kicked the ball back to Cros-Lex, but they were not able to do anything with it. Then in the fourth quarter, Cros-Lex started out with a 2-yard run by Joe Hayden. And made the score 36-27. Johnson with the extra point kick made it 37-27. Saints are down by 10. Ben Davidson came back with a 2-yard run and put the Saints closer at 37-33 with a run for the extra point failed. Cros-Lex got the ball, and they had it Hayden again. A 2-yard run. The extra point failed, and that put the Pioneers up 43-33. Well, St. Clair wasn't done yet. They had one more score in them. Ben Davidson came back after a great kickoff return by Ethan Mon. Ben eventually put the ball in the end zone after a 1-yard run. Made it 39-43, but the run for the extra points failed, so that's where your score ends up. Cros-Lex 43, St. Clair 39 on the opening night here at the China Bowl.
All right, great game for both teams. St. Clair will go back. Let's see what they can do to improve for next week. Short week as they take on Warren Woods Tower on Thursday. This is John Carter for Bob Wheeler and our entire crew back at the trailer behind us. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and see you next time on St. Clair Football. Good night, everybody.
This CTV sports presentation is brought to you by St. Clair Chevy, Buick, GMC, We Care, by Murphy Inn, Restaurant and Hotel in St. Clair, by North Star Bank, by Mallard's Landing, by Neiman's Family Market, by St. Clair Ace Hardware, and by CTV Community TV in Marine City and St. Clair.